name is Darren Townsley, aka Superfly, and this is my GWM CB150, otherwise known as the Toaster.
Dream, search, drive. Cars.co.za.
We create smiles with parts you can count on. When it comes to finding the right part at the right price, there's just no place like Midas for the love of cars.
So, I mean, the first thing people say when they climb into the car, other than the gear knob, is how spacious it is. There's so much headroom. There's, like, on the outside it looks so small and compact, but as soon as you climb inside the car, there's just so much room, and it's so comfortable. No, so, well, I got the car back in about 2011. I was going through a bit of one of those lifetime crisis things, and so I traded in. I had a Chevy Spark. I decided to change up the car. Was inspired by a lot of the cars from overseas. Followed Toaster Mafia and the Box Squad Mafia on Instagram, and I saw a lot of these, the Scion XBs and the Toyota BBs, all been done up with these kits. So straight onto the interweb and started searching for body kits and stuff like that, and managed to get in the set of the arches from California, as well as the wind deflectors. From there, the car went straight to Rapid Garage to Jonathan and his father, and they built the car for me, widening the car, cutting the arches. Yeah, no, like a lot of people go like, they first of all, they're confused it with the Daihatsu Materia, which it is not. Let me put that out there first of all. So yeah, like I said, so I was on social media and I was looking at the cars there. But when I worked in America, I went to a place called Pomona, as well as Daytona, and a lot of the cars there was the shape, and I just fell in love with it. It was like different, nice and boxy. There's also a couple of them featured in the Fast and Furious movies, in Tokyo Drift. In fact, in the very first one, they had a row of the cars over there and the guys playing games out the back, but it's just different. It's not your average car. Yeah, so the only thing about a low car is you always have to go off anything diagonally. Right, so for a lot of people, a car is just a car, it's a mode of transport, but for me it's an extension of my personality. So a lot of people know the car through me and know me through the car. So getting rid of it, it doesn't make sense. It is the only one like this in the country, and in fact, the only one done up like this in the world. So I get a lot of guys on Instagram asking me like where do I get the front end, especially with the guys with the Scions and the Toyota BBs. They all ask where to get the front end because GWM bought the shape, and in 2010 they manufactured it after the Gen 1 was discontinued in America, and a lot of the Gen 2 front end is on this car, and that's why a lot of the guys from America, from Indonesia, in fact from Russia, because you can get this car in Russia, they've all been asking me what have I done, and like it's got an international footprint, and I just love that. Yeah. My inspiration for the car, like I said, I've been a big fan of the drifting community and the Japanese domestic community, and just their style, their love, their passion for cars. They'll take a street car, put a roll cage in it, put on a nice set of wheels, take it to the drift track, drift it, and have fun. Would I have loved to have a rear-wheel drive car? 100%. But unfortunately, couldn't get this in a rear-wheel drive, well, they just didn't make it. And I've always liked the shark mouth. This was on one of the Kai S13s. It just stands out from the normal Spitfire mouth that you got out there. And yeah, so it was black for a bit, and I was just aching. Went to a car show, saw another car that had the shark mouth on again, and I just said, I'm going to bite the bullet and do it again. Got my hands on some holographic vinyl just to separate it from the rest, you know what I mean? So at different angles, you'll see that the teeth will change. So yeah. So at the moment, I've got a set of 15-inch Watanabe reps, 8.5J in the front and 10Js at the rear. I managed to get these from a gentleman out in Rustenburg. I just wanted to go down from the 17s down to 15 to make the car just stand out a little bit more. Wasn't expecting the back to be that wide, but it just suits the car now completely. So performance-wise, because the car is my daily, a lot of people have been poking the bear, no pun intended, but they've all been saying like turbocharger, supercharger, do all this, but it is my daily. I've got 265 going on 266,000 Ks on the clock. I've never had any issues with the motor, so I'm not going to tamper with something that is that good and that reliable. So once again, Jonathan from Rapid helped me, did a cold air intake, just the induction with a HKS cone filter. And then I went to Powerflow and we did a branch, free flow and a straight pipe to a single box at the back. And the reason why I did that was I found out that the exhaust was cracked, and I thought, why not? Let's just do it all at once. But yeah, performance-wise, it's stock. Not Durban stock, but stock. Wow, the interior, that is anything but stock. So from a gentleman by the name of Bobby Bruce, he managed to source me a set of GT86 seats, which I then recovered. They were the airbags that popped, so I had them refurbed. Then again, Rapid did a roll cage for me. I did a full rear seat delete. What's the point of having back seats if you don't have kids, you know? Accident back seats may cause kids in back seats cause accidents, no back seats, no accidents. So yeah, I did the roll cage. The car, like I'm very drift and JDM inspired with everything I've done with all my cars. So putting a roll cage in just made sense at the time, and it's definitely, it suits the car, yeah. So if you open up the car doors, you would have noticed the door jambs, and that was just inspired by guys in Mexico called Lords of Rap. And you'll see that it's a full Itasha, it's a 02 Darling, but the whole cartoon strip on the inside of the doors. But as soon as you open up the doors, I've got the big graphic on there, and it's just something like on the outside it looks plain now that I've got the shark mouth on, but as soon as you open the doors, people are just like taken back on how different it is. That's something as simple as just changing the color of your door jamb, and you can see it lights up their face. They go like, wow, this is just freaking epic, you know. I mean, I love it. For me, it's not just, like I said earlier, an extension of my personality. It's seeing people's reaction to the car. Some people hate it, some people love it, some people want my car, but it was never for sale, just putting it out there. Then steering wheel wise, FSU helped me source a NRG quick release. I got a white steering wheel just to change it up. And then just recently, I've totally personalized it by putting my logo on it, making it look like one of the Momo steering wheels. I've customized the interior with a shift boot. I do custom anime shift boots. I've got the extended gear lever, a couple of LEDs in the inside just to pop it. But yeah, roof lining back to black. There's so much space in the car that it just looks so spacious when you walk up or sit inside the car. So it's nice, it's different. Yeah. The audio in the car, it's a very basic. I've got a Canaro Android system in the head, which is quite nice because it's a full media player. It hasn't got the big deck that you're used to. Came with the OBD Talk app. So sometimes I like to record my speed. The nice thing about the Talk app is you can do your quarter mile, your 0 to 100 and all that kind of stuff. So it's a nice little gadget, and it also looks cool because with the car, it's got the little center console there, no dials over here. When you look over here, it gives me my speed and everything, so which is quite nice. As for the audio, I sit with PhD speakers in the front doors. They're handmade in Italy, so they're really, really nice. And then, as you can see, there's nothing in the boot. So what I've got underneath my seat is a Targa subwoofer with a built-in amplifier, and it just gives the right amount of bass. And the other amplifier is hidden underneath the passenger seat. So in the back, it just looks like I've got no audio, but it has a nice little doof to it, which is nice. So a lot of questions I get as well, funny enough, is how do I see out the fender mirrors? Actually, I see a lot better out of these than I did when the mirrors were over here. I get to see more of the car, and I get to see more of my surroundings. It takes a while to get used to. I used to have the cheaper ones, the little round ones, but now with the original Nissan mirrors, I actually have such a nice overview of the car and my surroundings. And it's, people sit in it, they drive, and they literally say, like, it actually gives you a better view there than over here. I had Armand Broncos from Hot Wheel Customs make me a custom ducktail. Handcrafted that out of foam and fiberglass. But yeah, and then we did the Rocker Bunny lights in the front to give it that like Rocker Bunny feel. Again, like I said, I love the JDM scene, and I just wanted to make it like different. It has a little burble to it that guy in his Ford or ST or in the Golf goes and spends thousands of rands on putting a crackle map on. Yeah, and then of course you can see it's running on a bit of a halo. I imported a set of RGB LED lights, so it's back. People don't understand. It used to be a fad in the early 2000s, and yeah, LEDs, underglows, all coming back, and I love it. It's recycling, it's rotating. People are getting more accustomed to modifying cars, and it's not just a stage 3 or a downpipe or anything like that. The car is an extension of your personality, whether you like it or not. What is different about car guys? Everything. Each guy has their own love for cars, whether it be drags, whether it be drifting, whether it be race, whether it be just building the car up. And the nice thing is the Haval, Edenvale keep my car serviced. They look after me all the time. They give me the best service, and I'll only go to Haval, Edenvale to get the car serviced.
We create smiles with parts you can count on. When it comes to finding the right part at the right price, there's just no place like Midas for the love of cars.
Thanks very much for watching. If you've just watched this video but you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, you absolutely should do that immediately right now. Click the subscribe button. It's a good idea for a bunch of reasons which I actually don't have really a lot of time to go into. But it's good. It's a good idea. Excellent. Thanks for watching. I said that already.
Cars.co.za